जा तू मेरे वल है ता क्या मोशंदा तो सब कुछ मैनू सौंपिया जा तेरा बंदा। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Life is a journey that we're all traveling. There's ups and downs, lows and highs. And sometimes you think you can do something in the future, you'll be doing this. You have different visions. When you get to that point, those things are not there anymore. Then when you're planning stuff, sometimes you plan big, you want to be successful, you want to do different things in the world. Some people want to be successful in their own lives, some want to just make money and do other things, or be living in a different country when they grow up. But most of those dreams do not come true when you're thinking way far ahead in the future. Sometimes they do. Sikhi Awareness Foundation, I never thought about it. If I look back now, 10 years ago, I had no idea that I'd be standing up here and talking about a charity that I created with Maharaj Kirpa. This is something that I never thought I'd be able to do, actually. I never imagined being in front of the Sangat and talking about SAF, as most people call it, SAF. These three words, these three letters mean a lot to a lot of people in India. These three letters mean a lot to people here in Surrey specifically. People who trust us, people who have seen the growth of the charity, people who have been with us. Now we're changing lives every single day. There's thousands of children and families that we're supporting every single day in India. And those changes are only possible with the support of Sangatji. Right now, there's 25 full-time employees here in Canada and India of SAF. And those employees are proud to be working for SAF. Those employees are so proud that sometimes they just call me up, Saabji, can we work on the weekends for free in India? And sometimes I'm so overwhelmed by their compassion towards humanity, it makes you cry. And those people, they say, the best thing is, apart from the money, we're doing what Guru Sahib tells us to do, which is seva. You're giving us a job where we are able to help people. So changes happen. Determination, positive mindset. I'm talking about different words here. And then, give me this next one. Sorry. So I'm talking about myself here first. If I'm to look back in my high school days, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and I look at myself in the mirror right now, Maharaj has blessed me with Sikhi and so much respect from Sangatji. And this change that happened is only possible with Maharaj's Kirpa. Graduating from Timanava School back in 2003, I had the same dreams that most of you guys have in this room. I wanted to be rich, make money, have a decent family, go travel the world. I was an alcoholic, or I was drinking and doing drugs and stuff. I never thought that I'll be a Gursikh one day. Well, I wanted to be a Gursikh. But the Sangha that I hung out with, at that point, I did not think I'll be back in Sikhi ever again. Right now, 32 years old, standing strong and tall with Maharaj's Kirpa. And I've created this charity that people look up to now with Maharaj's Kirpa. So changes are possible if you have determination and passion. You have a driving force. My driving force has always been Gurbani. I believe the changes are the word that we can't do it, it's not possible, does not exist in my dictionary. In the past 5 years, 6 years, I have erased those words from my dictionary. I can't do it. No, it's not going to happen. No, those words do not exist. If a guy like me from that picture can come into Sikhi and create a Sikhi Awareness Foundation, a charity that's helping thousands of kids and families in India. We have 25 employees. We're growing at 300% year over year. If I can do this, we can all reach our dreams and do different things that we want to do. It's all about a positive mindset, thinking about something and having that determination. But the determination will not work if you have nothing behind it. You need passion, you need a driving force. And nothing is better than Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. If you have Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Gurbani, the Sikh history that you read every day, you will never be sad. You will always be satisfied with what you're doing. So if you're looking at that picture, I'll tell you briefly about myself, how I came into Sikhi. This one day, I told my Mataji, do ardas benti. And we have Maharaj Prakash in our house. Told Mataji, please do benti in front of Maharaji. And from today on, I don't want to do anything else. I'm going to become a Gursikh. And then before my ardas, my Mataji's determination that, hey, my son will change one day. She did bentiyan, went to Panch Takhat, did all ardasa. We got Gursikhs coming to our house doing ardasa. And I believe that ardasa, they do work. They worked for me. And the change happened from right after that ardas. I never went to a doctor for rehab or therapies. No medication. My only medication became Gurbani. My medication was Sikh history, reading more books, reading Sikh history. So, changes are possible, but you gotta have determination, faith in yourself, believe in yourself. My purpose was always helping others in my life. Even when I was a little kid, I was helping my buddies. I remember when I was a little kid, I was growing up in India. I came to Canada when I was 12 years old. My cousin brother, I was used to feed him rotiyan myself. I used to sometimes make cha for my mummy ji. Even wash the dishes for my mummy ji when I was a little kid. So I always had the passion to serve. And in the evenings, Granthi would call me up, "Bache, tu path karenge Rehra Sahib da." I would go up and running, and I would jump in there and start reading the rest of the part. I think it's what you're brought out with, but changes are possible. I changed back, became a non-Gursikh, but Maharaji's Kirpa, I came back into Sikhi. So always think positive. We're changing lives here at Sikhi Awareness Foundation. Thousands of people are being helped every single day. As I speak right now, probably 8:30 in India, some of our teams are probably getting in their cars and going out for canvassing, surveying new cases. Our Gurmat teachers are probably heading up to the Gurmat academies to do Gurmat classes. And the office staff is probably getting ready to go to the office. It's Sunday right now in India, but they want to work 7 days. What can I do? I tell them take Sundays off, but they want to work 7 days. It is my belief that Maharaji chooses people. Maharaj chooses people for different things. And Maharaj chose me with his kirpa. He chose me to do this humanitarian work that I'm doing right now. So, I had my own company when I was 20 years old. I had my construction company. Used to make roughly 10 grand, 12 grand a month. Good money. Most of it's cash. So don't tell anyone, especially CRA. They dig up so fast. You never know. I had no experience in charity work. Just had my business management experience of managing my company, getting contracts, signing new contracts. That was my life. I was a normal, typical Punjabi boy. Even after I came back into Sikhi, my life was just getting up in the morning, doing my nitnem, going to work, making money, coming back home and taking care of my kids. That's it. I would sleep just like everyone else. But that changed. The entire scenario changed after Sikhi Awareness Foundation. Sikhi Awareness Foundation started in 2014. And I'm blessed that, Maharaji gave me the opportunity to start Sikhi Awareness Foundation. I can stand tall and be proud of starting this charity. And this is all with Maharaji's Kirpa. So Sikhi is always about talking about getting up against injustice and speaking out, helping other people, sharing what you have. The basic stuff, Bandage Shako, Naam Japo, Kirt Karo. I had it in me to do that. After I came back into Sikhi, I did some Gurmat classes with the Maharaji's Kirpa. And then I did the Gurmat classes for a year. Then I was blessed with this seva, Sikhi Awareness Foundation. And then before, some people ask me, Pai Sahib, you never talk about how the charity actually started. I'll just talk briefly about it. So, a bunch of things got together with the Japji Sahib the job happening. And then before the job ended, Singhs wanted to do Benti in front of Maharaji and ask Maharaji give us some sort of seva for the Panth. And these 5 Singhs are, I don't know, someone sitting here, they might remember what the Ardas was. So I don't want to go too deep into that. So we did Ardas in front of Maharaji. And then next day I told them, guys, I run my own company. I have the resources. I can give you funding every month, but I want to stay in the back. You will be in the front. So I got him a free office. I got him all the furniture, everything. Told him, hey, you name it, I'll give it to you. I'll get it there. You need computers, you let me know. But after 6 months, the owner for the office, he calls me up. He's like, Shamandeep Singh, no one's been here for days and weeks, and the office is sitting there. It's all locked up. I need to get it rented if someone's going to, what's happening, right? So I was kind of sad. I knew there was nothing happening, so I just decided to open up my Facebook page and start sharing what I did back in my pind. That's how Sikhi Awareness Foundation started, just from a small Facebook page. And then with, I don't want to give it up. We did Ardas in front of Maharaji, then now just stepping down. I didn't want to do that. So I think it's that, that motivation, I don't know, that kind of motivated me, that, hey, no, can't go back, gotta keep going at it, We'll do small things, we'll do smaller things, doesn't matter, we don't want the world to know me. We want the world to see the seva, right? So that's how the charity started. So, like I said before, determination, mehnat, and the passion behind it, and the driving force is Gurbani always, the Sikh history. So right now, actually, that's fine. Right now, Sikhi Awareness Foundation is we're working in 140 villages across India. And you're already on this slide, so like I said before, I was born in Punjab. I spent 10 years in Punjab. And in the charity, I wanted to do something for Punjab, for my own community. I knew that I'm a Sikh, and Sikhs are not that big. We might think from our Facebook viewerships and stuff that, hey, everyone's Punjabi, everyone's Sikh. But we're just a tiny bit of the world. We don't have the resources like the entire world. I didn't want to waste the resources on anything else. I wanted to give it back to my own community, my own people, because I grew up in India. I've seen those people begging on the streets. I've seen those people that couldn't eat anything because there was nothing to eat in the home. So I strongly believe it is our duty as Sikhs to take care of our own. I'm not saying that we shouldn't help anyone else. Obviously with the Maharaji's Kirpa and blessing, a Sikh and a humanitarian, how can I see how can I not see Waheguru Ji and anyone else, right? Sabaikat Ram Bole, Rama Bole. Maharaj is sitting in every single Maharaj is living in every single person, right? Every single human being. Guru Sahib ne sare paase. Tu hi aali gal hundi ya. So it's not, I don't see Muslim or Hindu or a Christian or a Sikh, but I want to focus on helping my own, and that's how we started. In the past 4 years, we're still in India. We're still focusing on Punjabis and Sikhs, but that doesn't mean we don't help anyone else. We're helping Muslims, we're helping Christians, we're helping different people. Even Sikhs who are converting into Christianity, we're helping them as well. And telling them, with no attachments, telling them, hey, do what you want to do. As a Sikh, it's my duty to help you. And every day when I go back to India, I teach my team, I do classes with my team. I make them sit down and listen to me and tell them, hey, we cannot pick and choose. When you're distributing aid, you gotta make sure you distribute to everyone. If there's a Sikh, there's a Hindu sitting right beside, and they have the same thing to do, or they have the same need. You can't just pick a Sikh and leave the Hindu guy behind. You gotta distribute aid evenly. But the world is huge. There are lots of people in the world. The UN, UNICEF, Red Cross, big charities, they are there in the world to help. And they have the government backing. They have millions of dollars in funding. Just, I think, probably 5-6 months ago, Canada issued a grant for international development for $300 million, just for women and child marriage. And that's all that money is going to go into the bigger holes, the big charities. Charities like SAF never gets that funding. So the big charities have lots of money they can spend on conflict zones, on different areas where there's no water. Sikhs don't have that much money. As SAF, most of the funding is from the Sangat Ji. And if you keep on going in the world, we might become successful, or in photos or videos, or we might become famous. You might see me more on global TV or CTV, but my people will be left behind. And I don't want to go into that, but there's about 10 crore Sikh Leaguers estimated in India, and Sikh Leaguers are part of Sikhs. I can be famous if I want to be, but I don't want to leave my own behind. You can call me racist, you can call me whatever you want to be, but this is who I am. This is what's going to be in SAF until I'm there. That's for sure. Next. So the focus is to empower, educate them, and let them take their families out of poverty themselves. By this, we can grow together as a community and stronger as a panth. So humanitarian work is not easy. When I first saw pictures of people, and when I first started the Facebook page, I thought, hey, it's an easy thing, man. I'll do it on the side. I'll just come back from work, post a couple pictures, and collect some funding, and that's it. But no, it ain't that easy. There's lots of things to think about, and a lot of things you have to follow. And with Maharaj Girpa, Maharaj's Khalsa, I'm a Khalsa of Maharaji, and sometimes I want to help someone, but I'm bound to be in my boundaries. I cannot go out of my boundaries and help them because of my legal laws, charity laws, international laws, the laws of the country I'm working in. And then, because SAF deals with a lot of children, we help children, educate children. We got to follow child protection policies. We got to make our own protection policies. We got internal controls, lots of things. In the last 4 years, I've become an accountant. I've become a lawyer, a fundraiser. I don't know, I can count 100 things. So social media, website designing, network in the office, wherever there's a problem, Saudi, computer went down. So I learned a lot of things. Every day there's something new I'm learning. But talk about ground reality. You might see this picture, hey, can you soni photo? Piche kana chalo sad, but photo kini soni. You might just press like, share, or repost. But the work that goes on that ground, how did we reach that ground? Sometimes there's days when we never had food to eat. There's days when we don't get water. Sometimes it's 47 degrees and there's no fan on my ceiling and mosquitoes all around and cockroaches all around. Sometimes you get up in the morning and the only meal you have is this bhaiya cooking the food who probably never took a bath in a month. That's from his look like. And then his chulla is probably kala, and the oil he's frying the food in is black, and the cockroaches are running all around it. And your choice is to have that meal or a bottle of water. This is the situation my team goes through every single day. So it isn't easy. Next. Funding. Well, like I said before, I ran my own company with Girpa Parameshwarji. I was the youngest construction guy with the company. I had 5 people working for me when I was 21. I have a lot of experience with funds, bidding the houses and stuff. And when I used to bid houses, I was always thinking about profits and stuff, how much I'm going to make. I'm going to pay my subcontractors this much, and this is my profit. But in charity, it's different. Here, in a business, you're thinking about profits. Here, when I'm creating new programs in the office, when I'm sitting down and thinking, hey, how can we best do this program? We're not making any profit in there. Instead, we're planning to give out money. Then how do you make money, right? How does the charity make money when you're planning to give out money? When you're planning, for example, I'm planning to start smart classes in 140 villages we're working in India, and one smart class is going to cost us $500. And where is that $500 going to come for each smart class? That's the key. So there's a lot that goes into it, and Maharaj is beyond. And all the funding is coming from the Sangha Ji. And the Sangha puts their faith in us. So it is my responsibility to ensure that there's proper plan in place to collect funds from the public and make sure the funds you're giving us, they're put into proper use and people are being helped. And there's no discrimination. Like I talked before about helping my own. Yeah, I'm helping my own. Who doesn't help their own? When you're in a family, your brother gets sick, you help your brother, right? When you're in a family, someone is sad, you go up to them and ask them why, what happened? When Maharaji said, you guys are all my Khalsa, you guys are all my brothers and sisters, you are my Puttar, and that is our family. So how can we leave our family behind and take the little percentage of funding we have? Right now, I think SAF made $300,000 in donations last year. I can imagine probably in about 5 years, we might be collecting 5 million. That's max, I'm thinking. 5 million in a year, maybe in 5 years. Let's go 20 years. In maybe 20 years, we'll be collecting 20 million in a year. You can't compare that to Red Cross. You can't compare that to international governments. So, international governments are there to help people the right way. They have proper things in place and they help out in every single country where they need help. But people like these, they get left behind. So we're helping everyone. We're helping children in Orissa. We're helping everyone everywhere. We started out small. We're growing at 300% every year. And, and as a Sikh, I'm saying it again, I don't want you to think I'm a racist guy. As a Sikh, I see no one as different. Everyone is same to me. We distribute aid evenly, without any. Don't look at their gender, caste, or religion. Everyone is given same sort of rule. Let me just tell you a quick story. I think I still have some time left. Quick story here. 1 second. So, I gave up drinking tea. I didn't drink tea for 2 years. Then I go into Rajasthan. I was traveling and going and reviewing cases that we have helped before. This is the time when I haven't had a cup of tea for 2 years. And there's this person who we helped a year ago. We're giving him monthly food aid. I go sit beside him, and my translator is sitting beside me because I can't speak their language or understand them. So the Baba Ji, I can see his bones in his body. His kids walking by. I can see bones in his body. His ribs are out. So we're helping him with monthly food aid. So he's a non-Sikh. He's from Odisha. He even drinks tobacco. So I didn't want to drink tea, especially from his hands. But when he came up to me with a little tiny weeny cup, and that's how much they drink in Rajasthan. They have small cups. He's like, this is all I have to give you for all the things that you're doing for us. This is this cup of tea is all I can give you. That made me cry. I'm like, okay, Tika. I did nothing else. I did Satnam Vaheguru Ji and I just drink that tea. So it's a small thing, but for me, these things are huge. So I'm truly humbled to be here and speak in front of you guys all. And I hope some of my words you guys can take home and think that, hey, changes are possible. Anything is possible. If this guy, from his old days can come up on the stage and make all these changes, I can make that change. I can be that change. And just think positive. I want to thank GNA for giving me the time to speak up here. So just last sentence, I want to say that SAP International is here. We're Vancouver based. And you guys are lucky that this platform has been created. It takes a lot of sweat, a lot of long nights. There's been days when I haven't had, had 4 hours or 3 hours of sleep. And this has been created now. Sangha's trust is there now. I call some Singhs, they're willing to give me 10,000, 20,000 as a donation for the charity, without even coming into our office to look at our stuff. The faith is there. People are trusting us. And I want to keep this charity in the hands of young youth. So I want the youth to be more involved in the charity. I don't want to be standing up here for my entire life being the CEO of the charity. I want someone else to be in the control of the charity. Okay? So again, thank you. I'm looking forward to where SAP's going to take us next. It's been 4 years. Journey's long. So thank you once again for your support. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.